Away from the top of the hour. It's the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, 101.1 FM and AM 1160. Indiana County Veterans Providers Group is a two-pronged visit this morning. Diann Overman is on the telephone, and we'll go with her first, and then Indiana County District Attorney Bob Manzi is with us as well for the VPG. So that's a new twist. Diann, good morning. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Hi, Diann.
Hi, Todd. Hi, Bob. How are you guys?
Oh, we're both well.
Good.
So you've got some events coming up that you want to tell us about, right?
We do. It's a busy time for the Veteran Providers Group here in Indiana. It is the third Wednesday, so we will be meeting this afternoon. We are still meeting virtually, but we're going to be moved to meeting in person here at the beginning of summer. We're happy to see the warmer weather. That brings out a lot of events for veterans here in the county. Starting with this Saturday is the Freedom 5K Run Walk. That is sponsored. It's an IUP-sponsored event. It starts at IUP Co-op Park on College Lodge Road. That will benefit local military and veterans here in our county. So they do have a registration page. Those posters are everywhere, and you will find all that information on our VPG Facebook page as well. This is an important one. If someone does have issues with their discharge and they have a less than honorable discharge, there is a virtual clinic to help veterans with that. You do have to call in and make an appointment. This is for the 27th of April. But this is free legal assistance for military to have their discharges upgraded. So that's an important one if anyone needs help with that. That information, again, is on the Facebook page as well. There is going to be a Junior Women's Civic Club basket raffle this week, the 29th, I'm sorry, not this weekend, at the Chestnut Ridge Resort. That will benefit the Western Pennsylvania Veterans Relief Fund, so that's local money that stays here for our veterans. That, again, is on the Facebook page. There's a really good training coming up. This is a free training, actually, by Tactical Recovery. It's called Delivering Hope Through Building Connections. That is in Pittsburgh at Soldiers and Sailors on May 2nd, but it's a great training, and we're really encouraging anybody that works with veterans locally to attend that. And then, of course, our parsonage is having their car show at Freedom Church on Big Knight Road. This is their big fundraiser once a year. All proceeds benefit the Veterans Homeless Shelter right there. That is July 16th from 2 to 6. Lots of things going on that day. They will have food trucks, live music, kids entertainment, the bouncy house, and, of course, they're giving away free school supplies as long as they last. So this is just a small handful of events that are starting up with the warm weather, and we'll keep you posted. Connect with that Facebook page with the Indiana County Veteran Providers Group, and all that information will be on there.
Beautiful. I like it. There are a lot of big events, yeah. And Mr. Manzi is here with us this morning as well. Uh-oh. You still there, Diann?
Uh-oh. Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry. Okay. I thought you were talking to Bob. Yes, he is there. He is instrumental to the Veteran Providers Group, a great supporter, and also works hand in hand with the Veterans Court. And I think he's going to share a little bit of information about that today.
Yeah, he is. I'm going to say goodbye to you, Diann, as we turn to Bob Manzi, the Indiana County District Attorney. And, Bob, you are here to talk about Veterans Court and what it is and what it does. And, well, what it is and does is a really vital service here for Indiana County's veterans, isn't it?
It is. Veterans Treatment Court is a specialty court that we've had here in Indiana County since 2019. Our judges, when Judge Michael Clark was elected, one of his goals was to institute a Veterans Treatment Court here in Indiana County that would complement our drug treatment court, other specialty court, and Judge Martin, Judge Bianco were very supportive of that. So Veterans Treatment Court has been going on since 2019. What Veterans Treatment Court is a specialty court post guilty plea in which a defendant who is a veteran, honorably discharged, will enter a guilty plea or go through a diversion track, and they complete 18 months of treatment with our Veterans Treatment Court. They come to court every week. They meet with our group that includes our judge. We have assistant district attorney there, a defense advocate. We have members from law enforcement, members from probation, members from veterans groups who are there to help not only with whatever issue the veteran is dealing with, but also the specialty areas that veteran may have resource-wise or issue-wise in their life. So what it is they will come in and address a drug and alcohol issue, a mental health issue, whatever that issue they're facing is. And the real benefit of the specialty court is when they go into the court, it's certainly one thing to be surrounded by supporting staff and counselors who appreciate your military service. It's another thing that they are surrounded with people who have served in the military or have a lot of family and friends, and they know what it's like to go in there. We have volunteer mentors who are veterans themselves that volunteer their time. They come to our court. They serve as sponsors. They serve as mentors throughout the program as a way to give back to the veteran community. And having those mentors who can speak the language, who know what they've been through, and know what the resources are, know what issues that veterans are facing, really helps them correctly address whatever their issue is, with the goal of moving forward in their life in a positive manner, never being back in the criminal justice system, never going back to whatever their addiction issue is or their grief issue, whatever it is that they were facing that led them to go into the criminal justice system.
Really gives them an opportunity not just for a second chance, but for really a turnaround moment in their life.
Yes, this is more than just serving a sentence. This is more than if you come in and you do some counseling and some treatment, your case is done. This is truly facing whatever that issue is, the drug and alcohol issue, the mental health issue, maybe they're going through a major transition in their life, and they're dealing with it in an inappropriate way. It really helps them to face it head on and find a positive way to move on in a better way of life. Again, this is more than just serving a sentence. This is changing the trajectory of their lives in a much more positive manner.
Yeah, and we certainly applaud Judge Clark for making this happen and the entire Indiana County judicial system. It's interesting to me that with a system such as this, it really must require a lot of folks who are really grinding it out because veterans have their own set of issues. They have their own set of circumstances, completely unique from the rest of society, and they all have to be dealt with in that manner.
Sure, it does. As I always say, we win as a team, and the Veterans Treatment Court wins because it's a team effort. There is no one person that does everything, whether it's our court, whether it's our prosecutor who's a veteran herself, our defense advocate, Matt Budash, all of the staff with probation department, with our police department. Lieutenant Eric Slavinsky from the Indiana Borough Police Department serves on our Veterans Treatment Court. He's a veteran himself. Our veterans, our VA services, many members of a veterans provider group, and all of our volunteer mentors. It really is encouraging. We go to court as attorneys, and most of the times you're in court, it's a conflict. It's an adversarial system. It's not a very positive moment in a lot of people's lives. Yeah. And when you go to a graduation through a Veterans Treatment Court, and the last one we went to, the court was packed with folks who were friends with the veteran, family members, people they knew from the community, former employers, current employers, just really a team of folks that were there to support him and really wanted him to succeed. And those successes comes because of that team effort from everybody involved.
I would think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am, that the volunteer mentors that you spoke of would include some who have been through the system themselves and have the opportunity to really pass along some real life stories of their own that are going to be a great encouragement.
Sure. Our mentors are a fantastic group of individuals who've not only served our country honorably, may have been through one or some of the same issues themselves, either themselves, members of their family, and really want to volunteer their time to give back to veterans and to be that support system. These are folks that are, again, giving of their time to support their fellow citizen and our fellow veteran in a time of need. And it's more than just I show up to court once a week for an hour. It truly is being available 24/7 to help them through whatever issues. And as each veteran's going through the process, they have certain hurdles. Each of them have their own individual hurdles. Mm-hmm. And those mentors are there to help out, help them overcome those hurdles and be a support system. And we're seeing people who they finish Veterans Treatment Court and they want to give back in the same way because they respected how much those mentors meant to them, and they want to be able to provide some give back to the veterans community themselves.
It's a good thing to see a system like that not only put in place, but then that the people that want to work at it to make it work, and obviously it is.
It's working fantastically. You know, the goal of the criminal justice system, in my view, is the prevention of crime and the prevention of recidivism. So if somebody does commit a crime and come into the criminal justice system, what can we do? What's effective in stopping them from coming back and continuing that course of conduct? Our Veterans Court right now is having such fantastic outcomes. These veterans are not coming back to the criminal justice system. They're not going back to drugs and alcohol. They're leading better lives for themselves, their children, their family, and that success means a great deal to our community.
He's Indiana County District Attorney Bob Manzi, and we've had Diann Overman on the line with us from the Indiana County Veterans Providers Group. Thanks for coming over.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being here.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160.